Make sure what your customer sees and experiences is of the highest quality and shows that you care. Go out there, clean those windows, clean those thresholds. Make sure that the walkway is clear and there's no trash blowing around or cigarette butts out there. Just go out there and make sure it looks nice. What you're presenting to the world via the outside of your shop says we care about what we do here. Very simple. Go do that, and I guarantee you'll feel better about it, your staff will feel better about what they're doing, and your customers will appreciate that you took the time. Yo, there we go. What's going on, Pizza Fam? Welcome back to the Pizza King podcast. I'm your host, Tyrell Reed, and as always, we are here to give you 5 minutes worth of game, 5 minutes of value, something that you can take back to your shops and implement today, this weekend, and make a difference. And today is no different. And what's crazy is that today's takeout tip actually didn't even really come from me. Well, kind of, but not really. I was on the phone recently with the legendary Chef Billy Manzo and thinking about doing takeout tips. I'm like, let me pluck Billy for some information because obviously he's got a wealth, right? So I'm like, Billy, what piece of advice would you give an operator that they can implement today and it would make a difference today in their shop? And he goes, I tell them to keep the windows clean and keep the front of the store clean. And then he went on to tell me the story of, when he was, operating in shops, and he would make it a point to, every day put on his shirt with his logo and his brand on it and go outside and let the people of the community see him actively caring for his business, washing the windows, cleaning off the patio and making sure the tables look good or whatever it is. And I then told him the story because, and I'm sure if you've been listening to this podcast, you've heard me say it before too, how my dad, who, was, kind of a mechanic type guy, growing up, would give us, my brothers and I, we would get, I would get this, I had this little junk car and it always needed, seems like it always needed work. It always needed something. My first car was a 1986 Pontiac 6000. And my dad would say, listen, if you keep the windows clean and you keep the wheels clean, the car will start for you. And I grew up believing that and believing in that. And I took that same philosophy into our shops. And I would tell our staff and I would tell our drivers mainly because it was, part of their job duties and responsibilities. Hey, listen, if we keep the windows clean and we keep the floors clean, windows and tires, we keep the windows clean, we keep our floors clean, we keep our trash, taken out and looking good, then the customers will appreciate us and they'll reward us by coming back. They'll see that we care about the small things and they'll reward us with their business and their loyalty and referrals and all those things start to happen. But it matters to the customer. So I say all that to say it doesn't, and I know we've been talking about, different things over the last few weeks with marketing and getting out in the community, but sometimes it doesn't even you don't have to do the crazy stuff. You can do the simple stuff. And I would tell you, start simple, start small. Make sure what your customer sees and experiences is of the highest quality and shows that you care. Go out there, clean those windows, clean those thresholds. Make sure that, the walkway is clear and there's no trash blowing around or cigarette butts out there. Just go out there and make sure it looks nice so that what you're presenting to the world via the outside of your shop says we care about what we do here. Very simple. Go do that. And I guarantee you'll feel better about it. Your staff will feel better about what they're doing and your customers will appreciate that you took the time and then make it part of your routine. Do it every single day. Get out there, clean that patio, clean those windows, clean those thresholds. Make sure the trash cans are empty. Make sure your floors look good when they walk into the shop and get rid of that clutter behind the counter. All of those things matter and they play into the customer experience. So listen, that's all we got today. We kept it short for the first time in a while. We did not go over the 5 minutes. Listen, we're still doing a live workshop, live webinar, masterclass every single Tuesday, 2 p.m. Check the show notes for the link. You can register and join me on Zoom. We just dropped the merch store. So pizzaking.dashery.com, you can go get the hats, you can get the t-shirts, the hoodies, the stickers, the magnets, all of those things. And we're starting with one simple brand, and that's Pizza Life. Hashtag Pizza Life. So please go support us. It helps us continue to grow. It helps us continue to produce podcasts. Maybe we can get a second microphone and start doing some interviews, add a second camera, things like that. So we love and appreciate your support. And you can do that in the way of, just going to check out our merch. And I know we've done the whole donation thing. And if you just want to donate, we'll drop the donation link in there as well. But I would say it would feel a whole lot better if you got something out of it too. And you can do that by getting some merch. And it doesn't even say it's not Pizza King merch. So you don't have to worry about, oh, I'm wearing something. No, it's Pizza Life, which we're all living this Pizza Life. So go check it out. But that's all we got today. It's been a great week. We're finishing up 2025. We're going into 2026. We have lots of guests coming up. Listen, I am so grateful for all that has happened this year and all the guests and all the popularity. We're literally, recorded, scheduled for recordings and booked pretty much through February at this point. So if I'm slow to get back to you on a booking, that's because I don't want to record you now and your episode doesn't come out until March. That's not fair to you. So we'll be kind of clearing, blocking the calendar up a little bit and starting to push those bookings out a little bit more. But all of that is to say this audience has been amazing. The support has been amazing. We appreciate all of it. Keep rocking with us. We'll keep bringing you the value. And that's all we got this week. Pizza King Podcast. Living this pizza life. Peace.